Good morning, friends, and welcome to Iluka Springs, a small town nestled amongst the trees and home to our misfit band of teens. Last time, Oakley and Erin had a nice chat, and Erin was offered sanctuary if she ever desired, while Casey and Marcus tried to steal a plant that was much too heavy for them to carry and almost got caught by Oakley, who had a very terse confrontation with them. And we ended with the group reconvening at Blair's sanctuary slash cubby house. So, Blair and Velvet are already inside as the rest of you all arrive somehow at the same time, getting guided through to the back door and out into the out towards the cubby by Blair's lovely mum, who offers snacks and drinks to everyone. But you all end up outside, knocking on the cubby door. Blair?
It's unlocked. Come in. It's one of those like dual barn doors that have like the little one at the top. So
love that. Yeah, like a proper one of those old plastic cubby doors.
So if you grab one, you have to grab the other as well.
Yeah, gotta grab both of them at the same time. You all enter into Blair's strange little sanctuary. Blair, do you want to give us another description?
Yeah, hopefully I can remember the same one I gave last time. So it's very clearly, despite the fact that she'll call it a shed, it's very clearly an old childhood cubby. There's tapestries and just like fabric that covers the walls to try and hide that like raw wood. There's sun catchers around. There's shelves, some with jars with handwritten labels on them. There's some with wet ingredients, some with dry ingredients, some with something that you probably don't want to know what it is. Been sitting there for a while. In the corner, there's a sort of like bedside table situation with like drawers. However, on top is a camping stove, like a butane camping stove, and a iron cauldron on top. That is currently not bubbling away, I don't think.
It's heating up.
It's heating up. It's getting there.
The twins instantly glue themselves back to Velvet's side.
Feel free to sit down, guys. There's, I don't know, cushions and a beanbag.
We're not gonna get cursed if we sit on the wrong spot, right?
I don't know.
Why
I'll and find out.
You're not cursed already.
Why would I curse my own, home?
I'm kind of impressed that 7 teenagers can fit in here.
Oh, well, squish. Sit in each other's laps. I don't care how you get in. Just poke your head through a window. Do what you gotta do.
I am 100% just gonna poke my head through the window and just keep eating. I took snacks.
They are homemade granola bars.
Oh God!
They have zero sugar in them.
Oh,
They're very chocolate. It's
very healthy. Yeah,
well,
they're very healthy. It's not chocolate, it's cacao.
It's like one of those things where you have to you're chewing for the solid part of an hour. It's just so dry.
Yeah. Blair's mum is like a health nut.
Yeah.
The mum situation.
Crunchy
Marcus.
mama.
Yeah.
Marcus definitely takes some, as he's still reeling from a little bit of adrenaline from earlier.
It's honestly a little weird how, despite how dry and dense they are, it's a little weird how quickly Casey is managing to eat them anyway.
So how did everybody's mission-y things go? Ask Calista.
I got the thing, and I
the token?
Erin raises her hand, and you can see this vine bracelet thing. Yeah, I asked Oakley for it, and it's a token of friendship.
Nice one.
Promise. She promised me that she will Keep a safe place if I ever need to run away from something.
I will immediately look at Marcus at that particular wording.
I think you would see Marcus has. I don't want to say he's in a bad mood, but he looks like he's a bit ticked off. So he just kind of quietly eats the granola bar in the corner.
You guys know you don't have to eat that, right? It's like cement. Gravel.
You can get poisoned, food poisoning before.
Oh, you won't get food poisoning. Your mouth will just be really freaking dry. And all that's to drink in the house is like water. And then if you're feeling like creative, lemon water.
Is there like the health boost like shake thing?
Is
Not
this
if you
what
make
kills Casey next?
Like eating like mossy gravel. This is fine.
It's actually kind of good.
I
Yep.
mean, you can take more home. I don't touch them.
I think my mom would appreciate this.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get a Tupperware to package them later if you want, but look, so you promised Oakley that if you needed to, there was no definites in the situation. Did Oakley ask for anything in return that was a definite?
I don't really remember them asking for anything definite. It's more like if I need a safe space, they will keep a space open for me.
Right. So you didn't say you will, you said if.
I said maybe.
Right, alright. Well, I mean, good luck. Can you take it off? The token?
I don't know. Can I take it off? Like Erin's gonna try and like. How tight
Yeah.
is this thing?
It's just twined hair. So it forms like a thin kind of bracelet. It's just like a couple of, I would say, like maybe like 9 strands of braided hair. And it can be undone. Like it can slide. You can sort of like, rather than undoing, you can sort of slide it past the like past your wrist and like over your finger.
Yeah, I'm sliding it off my wrist and off my finger and then like, So
like,
does
I
this
can-
work?
I mean, if it's their hair, right?
Yeah, it's their hair.
Yeah, it'll work. It's a
Will
piece of them.
Oakley be like annoyed if I? Do you just need like one piece? Because if like I keep like
Yeah.
the rest of the 8.
Yeah, no, one piece will do. Even just a trimming off the end, to be honest.
Oh, trimming would be nice.
I've got some scissors somewhere around here. Just I think it's like the top drawer over there. She just points to one of the shelves that has like drawers attached to the side. And
Okay, so I hope like this is not like an odd question, but I hope there's no spider in here when I open it.
I mean, no guarantees. I do bug bomb the place, but like I don't do it often. I don't like really killing them, to be honest. They're just hiding from things. If you find one, just get one of the glasses that are around in a piece of paper and just take it outside.
Okay. Erin's like.
So you
nervously,
don't like spiders?
opening. No,
Alright.
no.
Good to know.
There was like this gigantic huntsman that somehow fell on me while I was sleeping, and when I woke up, it was right next to me, and it was kind of scary. It was like big and, hairy, and I don't know if that's normal. Is there like a were spider? Because that one is gigantic.
I mean, not that I know of. Marcus, is there a were spider?
Is Marcus a were spider?
Maybe a were human.
Only human on a new moon.
He just raises an eyebrow at all of you, continues eating the crunchy granola bar.
I think you're
imagine
onto
that.
something because like no human could eat that.
I don't know. He seems like he's in a mood. You know when you just eat like because you're in a mood.
Is it because like he hasn't gotten laid at all?
Why?
Just
No
opening the
weird
thing, like mumbling while opening the top door,
Marcus
grabbing the
like
scissors.
stops and just like.
Oh, are we
looks
back
at
on this
Casey.
topic?
Why? No.
Speaking of dry,
No weird talk in my shed. Ground rules.
That was not necessary in all case.
yeah. No,
Layla-
okay, backtracking. Kai said that. Casey, at the mention of Marcus getting laid, is just looking down.
Yeah, I was about to say, was that in or out of
No,
character?
that was Kai. Casey's distracted by eating gravel and staring at the ground.
So, in the drawer, I think that Aaron would find it's like a junk drawer. It's got like tape, twine, it's got the scissors in it, it's got just all sorts of just random things that don't have a home elsewhere, just thrown in.
Actually, when I think about it, this is connected to her. If we like trim off like an end, won't they feel it? Like Oakley would feel it. So should
Maybe.
they just give like the one whole strand of hair?
No, it's better not to waste it all. If it doesn't work or we need to try something else, it's good to have some left over, right?
Yeah. All right. I mean, if you can jimmy out one of the strands, that'll work. Look, I'll tell you the semantics of what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to combine the rusty water that Marcus provided the recipe for with a binding.
What does the binding do? Like
It stops somebody from like physically harming others altogether.
so they can still walk around town and interact with people.
Oh, for sure. It's not like it's gonna, chain them up to a tree. It just it'll stop them from harming people.
Just out of curiosity, how would one break that kind of binding on their person?
I haven't bound you, Velvet, if that's what you're asking, and I'm not
No,
telling
I'm
you.
more concerned about, Oakley may be a bit more savvy in this department than we're giving them credit for. What if they know a way to break the binding?
Is there a way to break the binding? I don't think the book, the Monsterhearts stuff goes into if there is a way to break it.
I believe only you can break it.
Only I can break it. In the event of my death, it would be broken. But yeah, no, it can't be broken unless I will it. So
Okay, nobody kill Blair
thank you.
for several reasons, but that's one of them.
I would like that list.
Okay.
Oh, now you're on the hook, Belle.
Everything around her is so much more interesting than it was a second ago.
Okay, tensions. Like this whole
I don't
room
know.
vibe is just weird.
Yeah. You know what? Grab the lighter out of that drawer as well, Aaron, and I'm going to light some incense to cleanse the heck out of this place. You guys are sullying up my vibe.
Yeah, like Aaron like takes like the thing and removes like a piece of strand and hands both of them to Blair, and being like, yeah, I had like a great talk with Oakley, so
I mean, I'm sure it probably was, but yes, I guess sorry I have to come back to whatever this is. I'm gonna light up the incense and just sit it on.
Callista
on the-
is looking very pointedly between Marcus and Casey, just like trying. They definitely look like they're trying to like pick the two of you apart and like figure out what's got you guys in a mood.
Marcus would just look at her if she's looking at him.
Mm.
Just stare daggers. Well, not really, but like just stare back.
Well, Callista stares back with equal intensity. It's now a contest.
God.
Can I roll something to try and determine what this staring contest is about? This has nothing to do with trying to level up at all.
I would. I'll treat it as a gaze into the abyss roll, just because you're trying to get a read on someone.
Is famously my best roll. Okay.
Your XP farming is a good way to fail some rolls.
I mean, I haven't leveled up once yet. This has been abysmal. Okay. Yeah, this one. Oh, that is a 2.
Well, there's some XP for you, darling.
Woohoo! Hey, I leveled up. That's pretty rad.
Excellent. After a moment, Callista does sort of look away, and she turns her gaze to Casey, and she looks kind of smug, and like she thinks she's figured something out, and then just like watches Casey for a moment.
Take a very slow and deliberate bite of the granola bar in my hand.
You two are acting like super weird. I'm going to assume that something happened between the two of you, because weren't you supposed to like kidnap a plant or something?
Yeah, you guys were supposed to, like, where's the plant?
Well, the first stage of the operation went great. We got in, and in a matter of speaking, we then got out. We made it about 2 feet. The plant has been left behind, and we got interrupted by Oakley, who had swung by. So there's that. We had a chat.
Are you going to share with the class? Asks Layla.
I will look at Marcus. The ball is in your court on this one. I was an observer to that entire situation, my dude. So.
Oh yeah, well let's keep secrets like this. That's helpful.
Yeah, it's not like we're all trying to like work together.
They have it coming.
So cryptic,
Wow.
so badass.
So
Informative.
wow.
Not vague at all.
Much wow.
Because it sounds like you're gonna fly off the handle and like try to set her on fire.
Well, I mean,
That's
not
what
a
it
bad
takes.
idea.
Can we at least try like the non-violent option first before we go for the?
Might be
Let's-
too late for that, Aaron. You see that little
Yes.
thing you have around your arm? On your wrist? Same thing happened to my great aunt. And look where she is.
Where is she?
Dead, Velvet. She's fucking dead because of Oakley.
Velvet will look back
Are-
and forth to the twins
Wait,
and
are
like, condolences.
are you trying to tell me that I am going to die once again?
Again?
What,
Have
you
you
come
died?
back to life?
like no,
Like-
I meant like last time. Like
People keep telling her
Earlier-
she's gonna die.
yeah, everyone keeps telling me I'm gonna die.
It's either that or you become a flower. An ornament in her collection.
She did seem pretty, like, They did seem pretty adamant that people need to actually ask, though. Like, they were pretty adamant that people need to go to them for sanctuary, that they themselves aren't inherently...
That's absolute bullshit, Casey.
Well,
any of these
yeah.
other people asked, like, did Chadwood ask to be turned into...
I don't think he's going to be
tree
turned
sap?
into a flower if that's the case.
Oakley
Being
was-
a flowers.
Oakley's vibes about Chadwood were pretty bad.
Chadwood didn't have any vibes beyond loyal Labrador. Like, how is she picking up bad vibes from him?
Well, with Chadwood, there was genuinely a degree of hostility. They liked Chadwood about as much as they like me. Oakley is not my number one fan. And as of right now, Oakley is not Marcus's number one fan either.
I think the only one who is Oakley's, who Oakley is the fan of, is probably Aaron.
It's Aaron. It's Aaron. It is Aaron.
What
Yeah.
if she's already turned Aaron? What if Aaron's a plant?
How do you feel about the sun and
What kind of question is that?
plants
And
like
what,
the sun?
You're gonna ask me if I like being watered?
Do you?
Stab her and see if she bleeds.
I'm not gonna
Well-
stab
I'm
someone.
not
Not in my shed. No hostility in the shed. That's
Are
one of the
we,
rules.
are we just in a small like tool shed outside?
No, it's like a cubby, like
Oh.
a childhood cubby.
That has
I'm
been
outside.
converted.
I'm not.
Or like in a
How do we
shed.
fit in here?
I'm not squeezing in. I'm outside.
You're all basically sitting in each other's laps at this point.
It's like tall enough that you can stand probably, but like sitting down, there's like where one area has like the butane stuff and like the shelves, another area has like the ground covered in like cushions and beanbags. But it is small.
Weird question, storyteller.
Mm.
With Velvet's proclivities, can she smell if someone's human or not?
I'm gonna
Or is that
say
a bit-
yes.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
do a subtle sniff test on Erin to see if she's fleshy or barky.
Just touch me. What the? Why would you sniff me?
Casey chokes on the granola bar at that one.
Just
Oh,
that's
God, I
weirder
killed him
than just
again.
who's like near me. Like, just come on.
You're probably near me since you're just giving me the hair. So
By both a
Just-
sniff and touch test, Erin is still distinctly human feeling and smelling.
Oh my god, I can't. This is totally not weird at all in this tiny ass cubby shed thing. Surrounded.
I just said no weird things in the shed.
I know, it's so weird.
Then what are we all doing here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, this
I'm
is
gonna-
like a good collection of weird.
Don't make me bust out the spray bottle. I'm serious about this.
I'm not a cat.
Have you ever performed weird sex magic in here? I bet
What?
you have.
Oh my! What kind of question is that? No, I haven't.
It's a
I just-
legitimate
It's
question.
not a legitimate question. It's nosy.
Oh, you're going red. You totally have.
I'm wearing foundation. I can't turn red. It's white foundation.
Whatever.
Can I go back to my stuff? Or are you gonna ask me some more weird questions?
We've
We're
got
gonna
more
make the
of that.
tension in this place get worse.
No, please. Like, can you do your like thing?
I'm
with-
trying. I'm waiting for it to boil. Do you know how long it takes for the steel cauldron to heat up? It's a hot moment. Emphasis on the hot moment.
Wouldn't it be easier to boil some water in an electric kettle and pour that in? I feel
That's
this
not
is
as
like a
cool,
quicker
Velvet.
Yeah, like.
It loses the effect.
The vibes aren't
Like
right.
a mystic vibe, aesthetic happening right now. It's,
I mean,
Yeah.
there's incense burning. There's like a bunch of like sun catchers. There's certainly a vibe here, and it's not just the vibe from the tension in the room.
I mean,
I'm
the
not
sun
enjoying
patches
the
aren't doing much
energy
considering
here.
it's dark now.
Yep, I'm not enjoying the energy of this place like at all. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Oh, if it's dark, Blair will go over to one of the corners that's like just behind one of the bookshelves and reach down and switch on one of those big portable rechargeable batteries.
Love that.
And a bunch of fairy lights light up in the roof.
Nice.
So it's bright now.
It's got vibes.
Hey, you think that Oakley will actually kill me?
If you ask nicely.
I don't want to die.
I thought the plan was for her to kill Moss instead, or like sacrifice him. Okay.
I mean, ideally we wouldn't kill anyone, but if we have to, I suppose.
I mean,
I
Aaron,
feel like
you don't want to die. Like, you got to start learning to keep away from the red flags. Like,
She needs to finish her 3-piece suit.
Well, I thought that, Oakley is friendly. It's like my friend, nice.
the same way you thought Harper was like Prince Charming.
I don't think we need to put like.
Look at that! The cauldron's boiled.
We don't. Yeah, that's great, but like we don't need to put
over to the cauldron.
Band Boy Harper in the same league as predatory, hungry plant person.
You think Oakley has just been friendly with me because they want to turn me into a plant? Or...
Oakley's just lonely, I think.
Yes.
Feed me, Krellborn. Feed me now.
Feed me.
Layla looks at Casey like you've just sung her song.
Feed me, Seymour.
Oh, you know that one?
Does it have to be human?
This is an obscure reference.
This is the weirdest campfire song I've ever heard of.
I'm being sarcastic. It's not obscure at all. I know what the Little Shop of Horrors is.
Little Shop of Horrors is amazing. It's nice to see that you have a little bit of culture amongst you.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of warming up to Marcus's ideas, so it's good to see him finally coming out of his shell.
So this potion that you're
I'm gonna start.
Awkward.
I don't know how to make it not awkward. You guys are
Marcus is just squinting at Velvet.
I'm just sitting here.
We only need like alcohol, and this is like I don't know.
You want alcohol? Oh, you really want to go down that path tonight?
Oh, alcohol's going to make this tension so much better.
It's going to make it worse.
It's definitely going to be a different kind of tension.
I'm not telling you where the bottle is.
It's going to end in some of that sex magic you were talking about.
It's
exactly.
I'm gonna go get my jar of
Marcus
Blair,
is looking away. Any of these people looking outside, looking at maybe the stars. Are there stars outside? How's the sky going? Like, what's up there?
Maybe alcohol later when I'm alone and I don't have to deal with you guys later. Drink away the pain.
Drinking alone, that's pretty
You're
sad.
a pain.
I'm gonna get my
Marcus, if you're looking outside, you're sharing my window essentially.
Oh no, there's a couple of windows. There's a couple.
There's at least two
There's one
windows.
singular window and
Yeah,
Casey's head is poked in. Marcus is trying to look outside.
Turns around, eye contact.
Yeah, totally not weird at all.
Hear the Disney music.
Prolonged eye contact.
This
is prolonged.
Great, guys. This is like the most awkward
This is
moment I've ever.
This is the most awkward smiting I've ever been to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Do you go to many smitings?
Smiting, is that a sex thing?
It should be.
You wouldn't know.
Are all rituals like awkward?
No, not by a long shot.
I assume
I
the
can't
temperature
believe-
in the room is getting pretty warm at this point.
I can't
Yeah.
believe my
Not
first
hot, but toasty.
ritual is like super awkward.
I'm not the one making it awkward.
I think
You
we
guys
sort of-
are...
It's like nuclear. It's like nuclear fission. It's just awkward at this point. It's just self-perpetuating.
Look, whatever tensions you have, keep it outside the shed. Outside the shed. Just, I'm gonna go over now to my cauldron now that it's boiling. I would say yes, it's getting warm in here, but not like hot. It's just toasty. It's good. It's toasty.
Incense,
gonna-
fairy lights, cushions, and you've never fucked in the shed.
I never confirmed nor denied if I fucked in the shed.
She's
That's a
absolutely
confirmation.
fucked in the shed.
Okay.
So the sexy ritual is
I
actually
haven't done sex magic.
You just said you'd
So
fucked in
there
the shed.
is.
I never said
sex- So there is sex magic. You just haven't
Yes.
done it.
Yes.
Is there a mirror on the ceiling? by any
Okay.
chance?
I don't
Now
know.
what-
Look up
Issue.
velvet. Is there? There is not.
It's a good Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
Gonna get my rusty nails and throw them in the water and start doing chanting. Start getting all the other baneful ingredients.
Will you roll me your fucking like magic ritual bullshit?
Muttering angrily to herself. Sex magic. You guys are just uneducated. What am I rolling? Dark and
I believe it's
going-
dark, yes, but you get a
Yeah.
+1 because you're in your sanctuary.
You guys
Sweet,
can't
I-
see it, but everyone's dying of laughter right now. Sex magic!
Ruined my
Everyone's, like,
shed.
bent into their microphone, like weeping.
Absolutely
losing
ruined
Kai.
my shed.
This is just from the episode for giggles, apparently.
I think it was they're talking about how dry the bar was earlier with the and the dust shooting out. So I'm opening up Roll20. This is why it's taking so long. I just forgot to open it earlier.
You're all terrible, and I love you so much.
Okay, 2d6, yeah, +3, I think,
2d6.
because I have +2 to dark. Yeah, +2 to dark, and because I'm in my
Sanctuary. You get your
delightful
bonus.
little sanctuary,
Mhm.
yeah, I get +1.
The sex sanctuary.
Oh my lord, don't-
Failure.
that's a 14. That's a
14.
overwhelming success.
Good job. That was fantastic. You did terrifically. Cool. So, as Blair starts to mutter to herself, she throws the twine in, she throws the hair in, she throws the nails in, and the cauldron starts to bubble, and she seems to you can feel the energy shift in the room. Like, even Casey standing half outside the cubby house can feel the energy shift. It is a powerful energy that something you guys have never really felt before. Velvet, you probably come close to feeling something similar with your dark magic rituals that involve eating people, but but this is it's a different kind of feeling. It's uplifting, but also almost imposing. You feel like you're being it's filling every available space and kind of pressing in all around you. And it lasts for a good 30 seconds of where you're at that point where you feel almost constricted by it. Casey, you feel like you're being pushed all the way out of the room almost, and then it shuts off in a snap. And Blair, then that is when you know that the ritual is completed.
Alright, I think I did it.
You think you did it?
Yeah.
That's it. There's no.
Are you underwhelmed?
I definitely felt like I was about to be crushed alive, so I'm
Did you want to
whelmed.
see something else?
There's
you
no
not entertained?
visuals, like in Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
It's just chemistry.
It's magical chemistry, Marcus.
You're wounding me.
Like the chemistry between you and Casey.
I
But,
don't know.
like,
Okay.
What?
All
Who?
right. So,
Who?
okay. Okay. Let me make something. Now that we have the room,
Oh no.
let
Oh,
me
no.
make something very
God.
clear to the
Oh, God.
room. I am very gay.
You're gay?
Yes. Like, I am
Huh.
really, really gay. Like, 100. There has
Aren't you?
never been a moment where I have ever even pondered over, like, no. I need to ask her, does everyone at school think Marcus and I are...
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
twins say
We
the
think-
twins nod in unison and say absolutely.
I haven't really given it any thought, to be honest.
Okay.
This makes so much sense.
It really does, and I hate it so much. Let me just... Okay.
You're gonna have to do like a school-wide announcement on Monday or something. Otherwise, Marcus will never get laid ever.
Who says I don't get laid?
Layla and Callista just sort of like give you this like deadpan stare for like a moment, and then just look back to Casey. Like, you know,
Yeah,
they're just
Aaron's
like,
like staring at like Casey as well.
Marcus, we'll hook you up with someone nice, okay? Least we can do for you.
I don't need your help. What the hell is going on?
Also, it's a skill issue more than anything, not just like the fact that everybody thinks that you're in a relationship. You're admitting that you have no game.
I don't
You
have time for this shit.
Skill issue. Okay.
But you
Deadly
don't need
plant,
to, you got
everybody.
us.
Deadly plant.
Gonna
Plant
just-
that is eating people. Is this really the time to be talking about whether or not...
Wait, you brought it up, Case.
I didn't bring it up. I just clarified the point. Because it's getting real weird that people keep assuming.
I
It's
didn't know you were
so
gay.
Very heteronormative that an AFAB person and a guy can't be friends.
We grew up together.
Exactly. Yes.
But it's like a childhood friends to lovers trope.
So it's to you guys. So this all
Yeah.
sounds like you guys are like into incest, if that's what you guys are thinking.
No,
We're
you're not
siblings.
related.
We're like siblings.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Okay.
Yeah, like the vibes.
Well,
are
now we
coming
also
off
know that
in a completely
Casey
different
is
direction.
strictly not into dick, so
I thought I knew all the gays in the school. There's like a genuinely like, expression on Blair's face. She's hung up on it.
you can't just know every gay in the school ever.
I mean,
Like-
my gaydar's pretty good. I am one of the gays.
I haven't been... Really?
Yes.
I haven't been subtle. I think.
I just don't.
All
Just
right,
lazy.
all right. So
What am I?
like, before you continue, Blair, if your gaydar is so good, what do you think of all of us?
Oh well. Like, what do you mean? Do you want me to say if you're gay or not? Is this the?
Yeah, it sounds like he's asking you to tell him if you think he's gay or not.
Oh, this would be a great drinking game. Where is that news?
Yes, if
How
Marcus
accurate
is
is
gay or
Blair's
not.
gaydar?
With
It's
alcohol
in one of the
for
cloudy
this.
jars. It's in one of the cloudy jars.
You need
it's-
another cauldron for this and pot of boiling water.
I do need one thing. And
Do you
she's
need the
gonna go over
trajectory
to
of
the
the star
shelf.
to tell you?
She's gonna go over to the shelf to one of the big jars that's like really cloudy on the inside. Just unscrew it and pull out a bottle of like just cheap whiskey.
I thought you were going for a jar of moonshine or something.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
it's a
moonshine
sash
too.
jar.
I wouldn't be surprised.
This is better.
I'm not that. I don't make my own. No. I like having a life. surprisingly. She puts a finger up to pause, unscrews the lid. Finger is still up to pause, takes a swig, puts the lid back on, sets it down.
Oh, hey,
Can I
gonna
have?
share
Can
or
I
what?
Yeah.
come on, pass the bottle.
I mean, it's in the center of the room.
He's grabbing it
Fight
and
for it.
taking like a swig out of it because I've just been told
Yeah,
several times
Marcus-
that I'm gonna die.
Marcus could use a drink right now.
Let Marcus have it before I tell him to
Yeah,
say.
Aaron like hands it over to Marcus. Here.
To be dramatic, Blair will also go and get the tarot cards and start shuffling them. She's playing it up. She's playing it up right now.
The twins are absolutely fascinated and like watching.
Shuffling.
Yeah, Marcus takes a big swig and passes it over to whoever's next to him.
Are you ready, Marcus?
AC's like halfway leaning through the window, like making grabby hands for the bottle, but can't
Layla
actually
grabs it,
reach.
Layla grabs it and then hands it to Casey.
Thank you. Christ, hate this. Unscrunch, like take a very deep drink and then just passes it along.
Shuffles the cards, pulls one out, looks at it. Doesn't show what the card is, just, puts it back in, shuffles.
Aren't you supposed to put it on the table?
Not for this. It's different.
What, are you trying to read horoscopes or something? What, is this secret?
No, I'm reading your gaydar. I'm connecting with it.
Is there like a specific spread for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the spread of legs.
I'm gonna say Marcus on my I'll say unbiased because I don't really pay attention to who you stare at in the hallways. Straight. But sometimes you think, what if?
Wow, Marcus is bi-curious. That's
What?
wow.
A general and vague theory.
I gave you a definite straight, but sometimes it's a what if.
I mean, we can just play truth or
Alright,
dare,
let's
spin the
move on.
bottle.
What about
I'm
them?
not playing spin the bottle here.
Don't we have a deadly plan to kill? Or
Yeah,
something?
I'm just really hinged on the plan. Like, I'm
plan-
not going to lie.
There's not much we can do I've done the binding. They can't physically harm someone at the moment. That's done. That's
So what,
done
do we
for the
just
night.
hang out?
I mean, till tomorrow. It's late. We can't.
I mean,
I'm not going to do
Oakley
anything
went to go
tonight.
and see Moss.
Okay.
Good for them. Maybe they'll bone and then this whole issue will be done with.
Plants
Not
don't have
everything
bones.
is going to be resolved with sex.
Plants
Like,
don't
not
have
everything.
bones.
Some things are
Callista
resolved with
looks
sex.
directly at Blair and then just slowly lifts her middle finger.
I mean, sex solves pretty much everything.
Yeah,
No,
like
it
you would know.
doesn't.
Layla makes a face. Just, I beg to differ.
Am I putting these cards away, or is this party trick done?
Go for them. Go next person.
Who's next?
Let's see this party
Who's
trick.
next?
Oh, do me.
Bell.
Shuffles. Pulls one out. Shuffles again. Pulls another one
Also,
out,
what?
just to be
What,
certain.
Marcus? Did you just say that? Did you just imply that I'm a virgin?
Shuffles again.
Like Aaron did have a boyfriend, so
Well,
Yeah, if you could call it that.
call it that.
Marcus looks at
Bitter.
Velvet.
Wow! Wow!
bitter.
Wow. Maybe I could call Harper up and see what's up.
Okay, that's enough of the bottle for you.
you can do so much better than Harper Aaron. There's so many other people you could call who would happily do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, like you know what? Like Blair, go on with your gaydar thing. Going, like
I'm just still shuffling, waiting for people to pause.
I don't even know how many how many eligible. You know what? Just gaydar.
You're about to use the phrase eligible bachelors.
Straight.
Hmm?
Oh, I was pointing at Aaron when I point at Aaron when I say that.
I was gonna like, If you're pointing at me, then you're really off the mark, considering.
No, I point at Aaron when I say that because the Freudian slip of bachelor.
This is
Sometimes it comes to me
We're just gonna
faster than
continue our
others.
conversation, and Blair
Aaron
just tells us
will-
our sexuality.
Aaron will
preferences.
actually like glance towards Casey and then like roll her eyes.
I diagnose you heterosexual.
The most
There is
terminal
no cure.
illness.
God damn it, she's straight. Take her out like old Yeller. Sorry.
I'll get the shotgun.
This is the most awkward.
Marcus takes another
thing.
another swig.
All right, Velvet
Yeah,
Hold
cards.
it all.
if Aaron looks at Casey, Casey is not looking at anyone really in particular at this point. Casey just can't anymore.
Wow, what a nice sun catcher you have there, Blair. All right, Velvet. The cards are fickle, but they tell me that you're a bitch.
Diagnosed.
Hey yo!
I thought we were supposed to reveal things we didn't know.
Own it.
Sometimes they don't. They need to just say and reiterate the obvious.
Maybe you need to read them better.
I mean, I did teach you, so perhaps the student has usurped the master. And I'm gonna say.
Wait, wait.
Casey, I will raise my hand. I raise my hand for a moment. And then I will point at Velvet and go, I diagnose thee with really just if the person is interesting to you, you consider it regardless of gender.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Isn't that like opportunistic?
Exactly.
Like, not specifics when it comes to gender, but if they interest you, you're willing to consider it.
I guess we'll find out.
Ooh.
So you have someone in mind.
Cool. That put an energy in the shed I don't like at all.
I
Okay,
take
this
another
needs to
swig
be
of
more
my drink.
awkward for Casey. So Velvet will undo her top button and just try to turn Casey on.
Yes.
my shed?
Roll it.
In
Roll
the
it.
shed.
Not in
Now,
front
this
of my
is something I
shed.
can roll.
Right in front of my right in front of my herb collection.
Right in front of my cauldron.
Ooh, a
Oh, it's a
9.
9.
Okay. I don't have my sheet on me like I normally. I usually have my paper sheets on me, so I have to like scroll around and
I
think.
can either give her a string,
Mhm.
promise something, act, or I pick one of the reactions.
Yes. So I give myself to you. I promise something I think you want, or I get awkward and embarrassed, or give a string.
Hmm. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna pick one of the reactions.
Okay.
I'm going to give myself to Velvet.
That's so sex magic.
Are you two gonna go like bone in a bush? Like Jesus.
Sex
Hey,
magic.
I will, while leaning on the banister of the window,
Mhm.
sort of just tilt my head and I will try my best to be interesting.
I take another swig
Endless.
from the bottle.
Can
No,
you hand that
no
over
one
to
else-
me?
No one else is in the room. No one else currently exists. Velvet,
so she's-
like Velvet flirted, and Casey's just onto Velvet now.
Wait, so Velvet has
Tunnel
unbuttoned her
vision.
top?
Just a little bit cheeky.
It's a bit of
Just one
cleavage.
button. Just one button.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to get a room or something?
Case.
Not this room.
Velvet?
Like, happy for you two, but
Not in here, please. Blair,
Like-
get the bottle, please. This is too much.
if you're gonna fuck, like, go into the neighbor's yard.
My mum is home. I just want to preface this, guys. She's like,
That's why I said the neighbor's
kitchen.
yard. like-
I'm really quiet, Blair. It's okay.
I'm sure you are.
Velvet will walk up to Casey and just stroke under their chin with one finger. We'll
Stop.
pick this up later.
Start ladling the contents of the cauldron into another jar. Just
The twins seem almost used to this.
Kai didn't hear what Bobbit said.
Oh, sorry, I'll repeat. Velvet will walk over to Casey and with one finger just kind of like stroke under their chin, and we'll pick this up later.
The knees like blatantly buckle, like fully supporting their weight on the windowsill for a moment. Like there is the tiniest. I can't do it. My mic is not sensitive enough, but there is the tiniest little whimper.
I am. Can I run away from the scene now?
If you want to run away, flee into the night, but you got to roll for it.
You don't
Is there
own
anything
me,
else?
Aaron.
Because I'm gonna run away. This is another couple that's being happy right now, and Aaron just broken up.
Oh my
a
God.
couple.
I don't know. Maybe,
Probably too early to say that they're happy.
Oh,
Or-
as Aaron is walking away, Marcus would turn to her and say, "What's wrong? Feeling uncomfortable being left out?"
Guys, please.
You would know.
Why should
I mean, you would know, Marcus. Right? Shut down. Can I shut down Marcus?
Wait, I didn't even try anything yet. What, how are you going to shut me down?
You were like, I'm already running away. You were trying to shut me down.
What?
I'm feeling left out. Oh my god,
Wait,
this is the most
what's
awkward.
happening?
I think he just asked if you were feeling left out. In a
Yeah, I
sort
just
of
asked
tone
you a
of voice.
question.
Yeah, and Aaron did not like that. So yeah.
If that was the opening to Marcus's attempts to flirt on Aaron, it explains literally
No,
fucking
it
everything.
wasn't.
I feel like
He wasn't trying
it's
to
his
flirt.
tone, right? That's what this feels like.
He wasn't trying to flirt. He was actually, making a comment because, Harper thing the other day.
That's
he's-
pretty mean.
Yeah. Marcus is pretty mean right now.
Well, okay, I'm gonna make Marcus roll to shut Aaron down, actually, because of that comment. So you roll with cold.
Oh. It's 2d6, right?
2d6 plus your cold.
Oh, damn. I got 12.
Nice, excellent. So choose one from the below. They lose a string on you, or if they have no strings on you, gain a string on them. Give them a condition, or take one forward to get 2 rolls against them.
Do you have a string on Marcus, Aaron? Good, then Marcus is gonna take a string on Aaron.
Excellent. That was pretty cruel, what he just said, Aaron, and it cuts you pretty deep. You've been broken up with your boyfriend, and your friends are... Oh, and Casey was hitting on you, like, earlier, and now they're just, like, flirting with someone else openly in front of you.
Aaron will turn towards Marcus and will just like go up like uncomfortably close to Marcus.
I get paid to be touched, right?
Not touching you.
This close.
Not touching, just like uncomfortably close. And just say like, I know that you are in a very, I guess, in a moody sort of mood right now. Like you had a fight with someone and you're lashing out at me. But that's okay. That's, I guess that's just your nature. So I'll forgive you for that. Sympathy is my weapon.
Excellent.
Farming XP.
It's more like strings. So, Aaron will just like Walk away and run away from this scene. It's late, it's night, it's Blair already said that, you know, the whole thing, the whole ritual's done.
As Aaron's walking away, Marcus would kind of pipe up as he says, "Oh, and so what? So what should I do? Run away from my problems to another lover? A new one? Yeah, go to that dryad. I'm sure they have a lot in stock for you."
Sure. And what do I roll to like run away?
Roll to run away is just triple checking. Volatile. So 2d6 plus your volatile. Hello. You escape. You run into the night and head, I'm assuming, home? Yeah.
Can I, since it's like my place is nearby like the city proper, is it possible to pass by like Moss's place to see if there's any lights on or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. We will come back to that. So, as Aaron leaves and Marcus makes his final snide comment, one of the twins, Callista, looks over and just goes, I think it's enough booze for you. You're kind of in a really bad mood.
Yeah, totally killing the vibes in him.
Like, that was, like, mean. Like, unnecessarily mean.
We have a goddamn dryad out there, and we're here drinking the night away in some stuffy little shed.
Blair
What
has
else do we-
found her. What's
Them.
them? Whatever.
Yeah, but they're still out there.
It doesn't change the fact that there are the other plants that already belong to. The plants that already belong to people. Like, we haven't gotten them all.
There's like, what, 3 out there? One of them is like, there's no way you're gonna separate moss from that big, like, plant. You guys already failed that task.
Moss is
So-
long gone. One's with Aaron, and one is with Lou.
Would the binding have like severed that connection, or is that still?
I mean, potentially. I don't know. I don't
Is-
think it would have.
Is the binding like physical harm?
No, it's physical harm.
Then
So,
it
like,
went-
physically turning someone into a plant.
I don't think it'll sever that connection. Then
It
the
won't.
connections, if I'm any example, spiritual.
All of the other plants are outside the front, by the way. You guys would have seen them just in a bag by the front door.
Those were expensive.
I mean, I can pay you back. I've got like a couple of bills in my wallet.
Nah, it's fine. I've still got inheritance money. I'm good.
Nice.
So we're gonna torch these things.
It's going to alert. Mowgli, like, immediately.
And then if she's bound, what's she gonna do?
Verbally harm us.
I think we've already verbally harmed each other enough for the night. I think we'll survive Oakley's. I think Marcus and I can survive another Oakley temper tantrum. Yeah, and I'll just like look to Marcus with very much a "can we burn the fucking plants" expression. I think we can survive another temper tantrum from Oakley. What do you reckon?
I can ask you to vibe it.
Marcus,
Bonfire?
so
Oh.
we burning.
Or we could just
We burning.
burn it on the neighbor's yard.
He walks over to the plants. As he takes a good look at them. We don't have any choice.
I mean, we could give them back.
Torch them.
And then
But-
what? And then what? What do you think is going to happen?
Then they won't be out there.
Until Oakley puts them back out there.
They're not gonna stop.
I know.
They're just gonna make more cuttings.
All right. Well, the method
We have
that
to
you gave
stop-
us.
We have to stop them.
So the method that you gave for this, this is water, this rusty sort of coloured water. It's going to prevent them for a while. It's not going to outright stop them forever. I
Why can't we just-
understand you're feeling the way that you are. I can see that. I'm not blind to you wanting to get justice for your ancestor. I just think you need to pump the brakes just for a moment and think about the repercussions of the vengeance you're seeking.
Can I get you to roll the shutdown?
Sure.
That was deliciously brutal.
It's my cold? Is it?
Correct.
Okay, so I have -2 to cold, being a witch. So that's...
You still get your +1. It's -1 because you're in
Yeah.
your sanctuary.
6.
Well, you didn't fail. Well, no, you did fail, but you didn't
Yeah.
shut him down. But you get experience.
Yay! The participation prize.
Consolation trophy.
Marcus replies, one way or another, we're gonna have to end them.
I know. But ending them is going to ruin the forest. We need to think about ways that we can stop them without completely damaging the entire ecosystem around us.
Wait,
Didn't-
how's killing one tree going to damage the entire forest?
They're
I mean,
giant.
other than the obvious, if we burn it down.
They're like, you do remember what country we live in, right?
Also, that tree is like, I'm not saying like, I'm just saying like that tree's kind of like part of like a really big tourist attraction in our town.
Yep.
Like if that tree dies, and who's to say that the rest of the grove won't die as well? And then
That grove is Oakley. That tree is Oakley, but then the roots have spread out into the rest of the grove. That's why those flowers can spring up. It's because of Oakley's influence on the land.
All right. What I'm hearing is we can in effect, do both. So hear me out. I'm not even drunk. Anyway. So I just looked at Velvet, and then just looked at Marcus, and look at Blair, and like just look at the twins, and like sort of just look at the twins, case the room. Okay, so hear me out. We get as many of the Moss's cutting is a write-off. That belongs to Moss now, effectively. That one's done. But Oakley's not going to hurt. Like that cutting is where it is, and Moss is attached to it at the hip. So it's also very heavy and really bulky. We get the rest of the cuttings that we can, and we do two things at the same time. So we have to do them in two different locations. Number one, with the cuttings, we get them together, and one group of us, it only needs to be one or two of us, burns them. That will get Oakley's attention and get them away from the grove. They can't physically harm anyone, which will buy the others an opening to take the rust water and seal the tree. Maybe it's not a permanent solution, but it will buy us time to either find one, or I'm willing to burn like a couple of cuttings to buy the town 100 years of peace. You know what I mean? That way we get both. The cuttings aren't hurting anyone because they're destroyed, and we seal the plant. And we hope that if we seal away Oakley's magic, it will free Moss.
That is to say, unless Moss doesn't want to be freed. I mean, didn't Aaron mention that?
Okay, there is that. Yep, there is that. But my point is, like, that's the best compromise / thing. That's the best I can come up with.
Well,
you tried. It's okay.
Yeah, but like Blair was saying, like Aaron said that one of the options was to make another dryad? Like, what if she's only doing this because she's lonely? So, like, the cuttings and stuff. Like, wouldn't getting her a friend permanently in the grove with her, like another dryad, mean that she wouldn't be trying to turn people into trees anymore?
Okay.
Maybe?
Yes, okay, that is true. But that, yes, actually, yes. But what that will entail is that we will collectively and individually have to reckon with the decision to allow a person to become a dryad and detach from this mortal wavelength.
And kill someone, essentially.
No,
But what if,
not
but if
kill.
Moss is into her, then like, sorry,
True.
Moss is into them, then
True, but it's not so much like the thing is, Blair, is that they're not going to die; they're going to live forever. Which,
There's
as
no
someone
guarantee.
kind of reckoning with that possibility, that's a terrifying thought.
Yeah, the next thing you know, there's more cuttings of from two different dryads.
Yeah, one's
You're right.
bad enough.
You're right. How long until they want someone else? Like, how long until they need, like, they want a third member of their little polycule?
We don't know.
I'll just assume that everybody's polyamorous.
I
They might
have
be
no
into
retort to
monogamy.
that. But I have no clever retort to that. Anyway, we can either destroy the tree, freeze the like, put the tree to sleep with rust water. I don't know. I don't understand how that works.
Magic.
I'm barely passing grade. Either that or option C, we help Moss become a dryad. Those are the three options that I see them.
I mean, I'm not too keen on option C. You know,
I mean,
she
I'm pretty
took
sure it
something
involves...
from me. Why am I going to give her a forever friend? No.
So, like, are we voting, or is this going to be one of those things where we kind of come to a decision, then we all just do our own thing anyway?
Look.
Also, we should, if we even consider going with option C, I think we should ask Moss his input before we like nail that one down as what we're going with.
Hey, Moss, you know that person you've been crushing on for a while now? They're actually an eternal dryad who doesn't age and has for the past few decades been killing people and turning them into flowers for company. Would you like to do that someday? Would you like to be their plant friend? Their little sapling, perhaps?
As opposed to
You might be into that.
True, yes, could be. We're a little freaky. Or like, what's the alternative if we don't tell him? Trick him into becoming a dryad and
Murder.
living forever?
I think it has to be a consensual process. I think
Then
the
we're
issue...
going to have to tell him. So
I know.
why the attitude? We're
It's
going
not
to
an
have
attitude.
to do
It's
it.
more just imagine getting told that. I mean, heck, we've all just had to come to terms that we're all kind of weird here. You don't die. Just putting a case here. You know, I do magic. I don't know about yours.
Are we the only two? Like, are we the two like explicitly weird ones? Because shit just
Openly, yeah.
shit just like happens to Marcus, unfortunately, much to like his and my exhaustion. Erin has tripped and stumbled into the crosshairs of this clusterfuck, which is not her fault. Thank God she's as tough as she is. She can handle it. It's fine. And Velvet, I'm really happy you're here. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm glad that we're hanging out more. But, like, why are you hanging out with us? Like, why have you stuck around to get involved? I would have thought this shit would be too weird. And, like, nerd, geek shit.
Velvet's going to look Casey straight in the eyes and say, well, sometimes, when you want to get closer to someone, and I'm not sure if there's any point to try turning on again.
Don't do it
because
again.
we already
Please
did
don't
that.
do it again.
No. They're still under your
It's
spell.
still got yeah.
Hmm.
Casey's just I get cool. Well, you
Here
can
I
kill
wa-
me anytime.
Oh, I wouldn't promise that. So here I was thinking it was us rekindling our long dead and cold corpse of a friendship.
It can be two things.
Hmm?
But with regards to our little tree friend, I think first, let's just seal it away so they can't do any more shit. And hopefully that breaks the bond with the saplings. And then we can all have a very nice, long, heated discussion on whether we're going to burn it down, chop it down, poison it, or leave it to be someone else's problem in 100 years.
I mean, that's what someone did for us. This is like a hippie, demented version of it.
Yeah. So because someone else couldn't do what they really had to do, Chadwood is dead.
The movie
So-
adaptation, not the book.
What are you talking about?
What?
Huh?
Doesn't
What?
matter. Don't worry. Just don't read the book.
What book?
Stephen
What are you
King's It.
talking about?
Oh,
I said,
Really?
oh, this is like it. And I said, like, the movie adaptation, not the book.
Oh, right.
Don't read the book.
I thought you were saying something actually relevant.
I thought you had something
Thanks.
against books for a minute.
Looks
Oh.
full of
Hey, but
books. Yeah, I
seriously,
hate-
Fuck my
Marcus, you
life.
pissed in your porridge. Like, holy shit, you are in such a fucking mood.
I mean, you could have made this stuff yourself, but you asked me to do it. So if you want to call me unhelpful again, please do.
cool. Absolutely fuck my life. I'm gonna get my phone out and call Erin and put her on speakerphone.
Aaron, you just left like maybe half an hour ago, and now Casey is calling you. You picking up?
Ugh. No.
Scream that call.
Really happy I did that on speakerphone, and we all got to hear it ring out in
And
my
it
hand.
doesn't even ring out. It goes. It
Yep.
rings twice and goes to message bank. Like they are very clearly screening your call.
Yep.
I hold out the bottle to
Cool.
Casey.
I will take the bottle.
Big swig.
Yep. And I'm tapping out now and just gonna drink. Drink granola bar. That's me now.
No, it's gonna make you drink more because of how dry it is.
Good.
It's the worst bar snack. Well, yeah. I mean, you can call me unhelpful again.
I never said you were unhelpful. I just said, please tell us something more. Some things that are actually relevant to the conversation or the topic at hand.
I don't know what more to add to the topic at hand. I've said what I know. I've said what I can. I don't want to burn the tree down. It's going to ruin this entire town. It's going to ruin the grove. It's going to... It could potentially cause another, mass bushfire, to be
So
honest.
if you're so against burning it down, then what's your plan? What's your alternative?
She grabs the jar of rusty water and smacks it down onto one of the little tables.
To getting rid of Oakley forever.
There might not be a way of getting rid of Oakley forever that does not involve murder and does not involve burning down the entire grove, plus surrounding forest.
I mean, there's ways to kill trees without burning them.
It'll still probably kill the grove.
What if we make one of these concoctions powerful enough
You didn't even know how to make it in the first place. How are you going to make it more
Yep.
powerful?
Turn up the ingredients.
I mean, I can add ingredients, but like,
How does one turn up ingredients?
Turn up the amount, the potency. I don't know. I ain't no chemist.
this isn't chemistry. It's magic. I mean, that's not how it works.
Strange
It's
thought.
it's a science.
What if we physically took Oakley away from the grove? What would happen?
Pretty sure they can just poof back from how they just disappear.
Marcus, do you have any illumination? Anything?
I
Yeah.
might
May
know a
have
group of
left.
people that would like to get their hands on a dryad.
Are you suggesting we allow someone to kidnap her?
Like a black market trade.
No. People who, dare I say, hunt things like her or them.
Alright.
You mean like some sort of inquisition?
Oh, come on.
Might be their second coming.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Again, in my shed, just
I'd just like to remind our storyteller that they invited me into this game, so it's on them.
Oh my god, what have I done?
look, Marcus. I got a few questions. If you feel so inclined to answer, no pressure. You don't have to. This, is my safe space. Technically, you're welcome to. I suppose you're sharing it right now. You know quite a bit, right? But you also apparently attract this stuff, if what Casey said just before has to be taken for note, because I'm a witch. Casey can't die. Velvet's velvet. And you're just a magnet for bullshit. Your ancestors having to deal with Oakley in the past, this whole concoction business, this is not like easy sort of like beginner level. This is, a good few tiers up from being beginner. So Marcus, what are you? He's too stunned to speak.
Hold on. Sorry. In my head, I was
You having a giggle there, mate?
I am the captain now. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. Blair's just doing the exact same thing she did to Velvet a few sessions ago. Just taking wording and pulling it apart.
Fine. You know what? It's about time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I come from a line of people that hunt things.
There it is.
My parents, my grandparents, my great aunt, great uncle, everyone that has the Silverstein blood, they've been inclined to hunt things that hunt our kind. Humans.
Right. So before we knew about this whole dryad business, were you just following along because you wanted to, kill me? Hunt me?
No, you're not even a threat. Why would,
I'm not a threat. Okay. Good to know.
in terms of, do you pose a serious threat, as in you would kill anyone of us here or in high school?
I have no need to.
Blair, compared against some of the things that have killed me in the line of service with Marcus, you're not a threat.
I haven't even begun to try. I'm not going to.
Anyway,
that's stupid. It's a
enough
waste
about
of time.
Enough about Blair.
But I don't like being. Oh, okay, yeah.
Marcus, continue answering Blair's question.
Every generation has a title. Some may call them the chosen one. Others call them just the one. don't subscribe to that ideology because I think it's just everything can be explained, and things they've got written down in the books, they're inexplicable. They don't have any scientific basing.
Not
So
everything
tagged
you're
along-
does.
I
getting your
tagged along.
so you're getting your feet wet in a river in Egypt. Like, you sound so deep in denial. You're basically a pharaoh at this point. Like, Jesus.
I just want to know if there's a scientific explanation for everything. There has to be. You may laugh at it, I don't care. But can't you, I don't know, rationalize things? The dryad creature could just be a mutation from a string of random genes that have mutated over the past several generations of the original, I don't know, tree.
Okay.
A whole human projection.
Yeah, sorry. Trees have never been able to produce an entire people. Like, they are a whole person. And you're telling me that you think
okay.
a tree mutated.
Okay, so what? People don't come from fish?
That takes,
That's-
like, millennia.
That's
Yeah.
more than like several generations.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a basis off of this through history. What, you think the Oakley just popped out of nowhere one day
No,
in
they
the past
formed.
100 years?
They formed over time. They were a child, and then they grew as the tree grew.
Exactly. So there has to be. Where did they come from? How?
They are the
Why-
spirit in the tree.
Why don't you want to believe it? Like, you are literally talking to a witch, and your friend can come back from the dead. Like, why are you, like, why don't you want to believe that this is happening?
Why do you believe in God?
I don't.
I don't.
Okay,
Did.
you guys are exceptions then. Congratulations, you're special.
You're the one who's calling himself the chosen one.
Did I want to be called the chosen one?
I don't know. But it doesn't mean you need to take that frustration out on us.
You guys are the one offering me snarky attitude here when I'm explaining who I am.
And I'm
What the
listening.
fuck? What the fuck am I
I'm just
supposed to tell you?
asking.
This is why I didn't want to tell you in the first place.
I'm listening. I'm understanding. It's hard when somebody's saying, yeah, that chemistry that I think you can do. It's just science. I can right now, without touching anything, do stuff. I can, if you really want me to prove it to you, that it's not just chemistry.
Can you refill this bottle?
No.
Oh.
This is me being genuine, Marcus. This is as genuine as I can be. I'm not trying to be snarky. If you want proof of the supernatural.
Look, I just want to know if there's an actual explanation for things that are inexplicable. Is that so hard to believe? Is that
Okay.
so hard to fathom?
Like, a genuine question. What if the explanation is just that there is more to this world than just human beings?
Then I need to find those answers.
Looking at her, and, like, Callista points to Blair.
Okay, so do you want me to do a case study on Blair at the moment? Where did you come from? How did your parents do it? In what
My
position
parents
did they
didn't do anything.
Did they perform like a sex ritual in order
Oh,
to
why is it
create
always?
you? See,
No, I taught myself how to do this. This is not well, look, it's partially something. Sure, maybe something long time ago in my family lineage was like me, but this is I taught myself how to do this. This is years of effort. The place that you're sitting in right now is years of trial and error, trying to figure out what I can do and what I can't do.
and you were not the first witch, right?
Yeah.
So it
Think-
must have come from somewhere.
The problem, Marcus,
Trial
is
and
you're
error.
trying to find a logical, linear solution to something that is not linear, or what you would call logical. not everything can be classified in that way.
Yeah.
So maybe you just need to accept that there are some things that you can't explain, and I think your life's going to get a lot easier. Or you can keep bashing your head trying to find a 1 + 1 = 2 when it doesn't exist for what we're dealing with.
Your sibling over there, what's the science behind that? Or what it keeps them coming back after they're dead? Because I felt for a pulse the
Don't
other
bring
night.
me into it.
I won't then. As I said, if you want me to prove that I can do things that aren't
I've seen
physical,
you do things.
We're past the point of proof. This is now about understanding. Seeing something and
It's-
understanding it are different things.
it's like
And
Thomas Edison inventing the light bulb. It wasn't just it came to him idea and he did it and it was done. It was trial and error, experiments, and finishing to see what the finished product was. Yes, in a way it can be called a science, but it's a completely different branch of science.
Science is still science. There's different branches of science. There's different
Alchemy is
branches
considered
of...
a science.
Was considered science.
Exactly.
But it's like, but also like Casey was kind of saying, like, you can like, it's not about believing anymore, it's about understanding. But there's also a level of acceptance. Like, just because you like don't understand, okay, using a stupid example, you might not understand why someone is gay, but you can accept it. Like, you can just move on with your life. You might not understand why they are the way that they are, but you just kind of like move on and like
Right.
You have to accept it. Like,
No.
so it's the same kind of thing. Like, you know, you don't have to understand why Casey can come back from the dead and why Blair can do magic, or why there is a living, walking, talking tree spirit wandering around our town, turning people into trees. But, you know, you don't have to understand the science behind it to accept that it's there and that it's real.
Part of who I am is trying to understand these things. The things happening around all of us. It's a big part of why I'm here.
I don't think
If I
you're gonna
just
be-
blindly accept everything that's coming at me, then what kind of hunter would that make me?
Blair winces at that.
I'd like to ask you something, Marcus, if you don't mind me speaking up and getting in the middle of this. Which is more important to you in regards to what's happening right now? Stopping Oakley or understanding what they are? Because I'm starting to feel like we're not going to be able to do both.
What do we do when we're out there fighting, whatever? We don't think about understanding them. We don't try to. Why? Because they pose a threat, right?
They kill me!
Spoken like a real hunter.
Just because you didn't know that they were doing it. Yes, they were threats. Yes, they are threats. And maybe because we didn't quite know what we were getting into, because you didn't fucking tell me that you knew what we were getting into, I wouldn't have died so many times.
How many times have you died, Casey?
I don't know. I can't remember when it happens. It's like... I don't know how many dreams I've had in my life. I just know that I've had a couple. I remember some of them, but I don't know how many. But Marcus, if us not understand, we had the opportunity to work this shit out and analyze this shit. It is a blip. If you're scientifically, it is a blip in the cosmos that I'm immortal. It is insane that I keep coming back to life. And one day it'll stop. Maybe, probably everything dies, and I will too. If I wasn't, I need you. Okay, let's connect on. Here's the thing. If I wasn't cursed like this, I would be dead from one of our fights because I would not have woken up like I have. It would be over. It would be done.
You wouldn't have been there in the first place, Casey.
Here's the car crash that took my parents was not a certainty. But you've just told us that you getting hunted by this shit is. One drunk driver is not a certainty, but you being chosen apparently is. Me getting involved in these fights because you are my brother and I am with you, me getting into this trouble with you is an inevitability. My loyalty to you and my willingness to fight by your side whenever we're attacked by shit or we find shit is an inevitability. There is no random chance there. There is no roll of the dice. I will fight with you. And that means I will likely die because I have died. You don't get to bring in the fucking car crash because that is a roll of the dice. Random chance. Marcus, why didn't you tell me? Why did I die for you when you didn't tell me? If I'd known, we could have...
Could have what? Made a difference? Would it have made a difference if I had told you?
I could have been it. I could have been at peace.
I think it's a...
So it's peace, that's what you want, peace?
I'm going home.
Answer my question, Case.
I think they've answered enough of your questions for tonight, Marcus.
I
Maybe
think you
need
should
to go
Marcus.
hunt some witches or something, or whatever it is you do. By the way, just out of curiosity, where do you draw the line? Like, you say you hunt things that are dangerous to people, but people are dangerous to people. Do you hunt them?
Marcus begins walking away.
Answer the question, Marcus.
He stops at the door. He turns around and looks at all of you. Where do you draw the line? Really?
It's a legitimate
You are
question.
all where I draw the line. Do you really think I want to kill any of you? Think about that. Why do you think I want to understand everything?
Because you're insecure?
That's not fair.
I get wanting to understand what's going on around you and like understanding the world around you and why things happen and why things are the way that they are. But sometimes, I don't know, I feel like understanding has to come after action. Like you need to fix something first or help someone first before you can study them. Like, I think that you don't want this responsibility, and if you can science your way out of it, then you won't have to do it. You can find a logical explanation for werewolves, vampires, and witches and stuff, then you won't have to be the chosen one anymore.
He looks at Velvet. If I follow down my family's lineage, the paths laid out for us, eventually, one way or another, you all will become my enemies, and I will be yours. Is that what you want? Is that what any of you want?
If that's how you decide to walk down that path, because that also then means that you're
I'm trying to avoid that path. Don't you understand? You don't get to say,
You're-
where do I draw the line? I want to be normal. Is that so hard to understand?
Break the bad news, but I don't think anyone's normal.
Yes, you're very special, Velvet. You're the most special of all of us.
It's nice to hear
Go
you say
home,
that.
Marcus. Leave my property.
He just shakes his head and walks away.
Casey, I don't know if you live with him, but if you need a place to stay, I have a spare room.
No, I think I need to take a walk.
You know where we are.
You need company for your walk?
No, I think I'm gonna go to the cemetery. I'll check the group chat if it blips, but
Bye.
yeah,
Later, Case.
good job with the spell. There. Thanks.
Blair will reach into the one of the jars along as Casey goes to leave and pull out a dried sort of sprig of some sort of flower and just hand it over.
Thanks.
Don't do
Okay.
anything stupid on the way there.
I'll be fine. I won't.
Just making sure.
Because you've got to see me again, right?
Yeah. And Casey will nod, but it is just cold and empty. Yeah. Good night, guys.
No.
Right.
And Casey is gone.
With that, our group is splintered. So, I'm gonna go through the people who have wandered off. Marcus, as you storm towards your house, you feel the weight of all that responsibility and that knowledge that maybe one day you will have to turn on your friends. And they can't help you, and they almost don't seem willing to help you, and they don't understand, and it's they can never understand the responsibility that you are under and that you don't want, because you don't want to hurt people, and the knowledge that one day one of them may end up in your crosshairs terrifies you, and it makes you angry, and you feel all that weight and that darkness weighing on you as you fall into your darkest self. And I will let you walk home. Aaron, you have missed out on all of that drama, but have wandered through town on your way home past Steady Blooms. And there is a small table lamp that is on in the actual shop itself. But above the shop, you can see there are quite a few lights on. They're like soft yellow warm lights mixed with a kind of blue-green LED. And you can see two people moving upstairs, like in the shadow of the window, silhouetted against the curtains. Definitely recognize Oakley just by their enormous hair, long and wavy, as they move around upstairs.
Can Aaron knock like loudly?
Yeah, absolutely. You knock loudly on the store door, and there's sort of like a long moment, and then one of the lights at the back of the store, it looks like it's shining down a flight of stairs, turns on, and Moss comes sort of padding downstairs. He's wearing like some like tracksuit pants and a like an old t-shirt. Sort of like looks at you and then unlocks the door and says, "Hey, Aaron, right? Yeah. What's wrong?
By any chance, is it okay if I speak with Oakley? Just for a few minutes."
He goes a bit red, and he's, how did you know Oakley was here?
Just a sense, you know.
Right, just, come in, wait down here, I'll go get him.
Yeah, Aaron's like staying outside.
Yeah, he, gives you sort of like a little awkward, almost like finger guns, and then goes upstairs. After a long couple of seconds, Oakley sort of descends the stairs and wanders over to you. And they give you sort of a curious look. They seem brighter. They've got like a bit of a smile on their face, and they sort of tip their head and, "Hi, friend."
Can I speak with you privately outside? I just have a question, okay?
Oh, okay. They look over their shoulder and sort of like look half up the stairs and then step outside and close the door behind them. What's wrong? Are you taking me up on my offer?
Does your offer entail me dying in the process?
You don't die in the process. I would never... don't like killing people. I've done it a few times.
Does it mean that this mortal shell would die? Oakley.
You would leave your mortal form behind, but your soul remains.
So you lied to me.
It is sanctuary. It's a safe space.
A safe space to be... What I understood is a safe space to be myself. So you were gonna turn me into what? A flower?
That's how I keep people safe.
Because Oakley, I can't talk to you if I'm a fucking flower.
Yes, you can. I can still talk to the flowers.
But nobody else can talk to me.
They look a little bit guilty at that. Like they look like they feel bad. And you wouldn't be alone. There are other souls there, and you would have... I would always be there for you.
Oakley, I legit thought that we would be honest with each other with this whole kind of thing. I was already hurt because my ex-boyfriend was just using me. Now you're just also probably just using me as well. I mean, I understand it might be because you don't understand what mortals feel like anymore, like because you've been alive for so many years. Like maybe it's just your nature. Like
they sort of Like, they do seem to be like really taking your words to heart, and they reach out and take one of your hands and sort of like hold it between theirs. And you are probably very right. I don't understand mortals. I haven't understood mortals for a long time. My offer of sanctuary is a safe space to be protected from all harm.
You hopefully just like hurt me, because you should have really clarified that sanctuary would essentially just kill me as a person.
I didn't realize that people would be so attached to mortal form. Like, they seem genuinely confused, but like they're trying to understand. Is it not better to have your soul become one of a collective of a sanctuary than to just be thrown in a hole in the ground?
So is it because you're been alive for so many years? Is this why you're like this?
I don't understand.
No, it's okay. I'm kind of getting an understanding. Like I forgive the fact that, I forgive you because you technically didn't understand how attached people are to their mortal shells compared to you, who has not had one and essentially is part of this collective hive mind with the plants. Sympathy is my weapon with that.
Yes. Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to know whether or not you plan on turning moss into a plant.
I don't. They sort of take a deep breath, and they almost appear to be blushing, but it's not a human kind of blush. They look a little bit embarrassed. Those I offer sanctuary to have become my flowers are with me, but it's not the same.
What do you mean it's not the same?
I can't explain. I want another like me.
Okay, so he's special enough to become like you, but I'm gonna become a flower.
You're not as connected to your plant, and you're very young. And
wow, Oakley. For somebody who's as old as you, everyone will seem young. I thought someone like you would at least see that.
I have never had a friend or companion. I have been alone in that grove forever. I was born before this town was, and I have been alone the entire time. And my only companionship has been visitors who leave trash and start fires. And I had offered sanctuary to those I cared about and I thought who needed me. And this is the first time I have ever attempted something like this because I just don't want to be alone anymore. I am tired of being alone. Those in my sanctuary can communicate with me, but they are not there with me. I want another dryad. I want another person, another creature like me, so that I don't have to be alone all the time. I didn't know any other way I could think of to help this, to make this a thing, other than to make someone like me.
So you take away all these people for how long? For how many millennia, centuries? As an experiment? Maybe you deserve to be alone then, Oakley. Trying to shut down Oakley.
Roll it.
Oh god, I hope that this does not end badly.
We're cold.
Oh, what? It's a 20, hold on. John
Those are D20s. That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Cool. Everything about Oakley turns hard. They close off from you entirely. They've always had that kind of softness about them, and it's like it disappears in an instant. And the hand that they're clasping, your hand that they're holding, is the hand with the twine or with the bracelet on it that they made you, and they just hook their fingers into it and pull and yank it off. Say, since you don't need the sanctuary, then I free you from it. You can suffer and die as mortals do, and rot in the ground, and let the worms feed you, and eventually the trees will feed from you too.
I hope you tell Moss what he's getting into, not just kidnapping Moss and turning them into a dryad like yourself.
What I do is obviously of no concern to you anymore.
Well, obviously it concerns me now. 'Cause I'm trapped in this fucking town.
You've barely been here for long enough. You've barely even been here a year. What connections do you have in this town?
Nothing.
Exactly. You have less than I do. You have no friends. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here by yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't seek me out constantly. If I'm the only one that you talk to, then you have less than I do. So suffer and grow old alone, and eventually rot in the ground. Your soul could have lived on in memoriam forever, but now you will be forgotten.
That's okay, Oakley. Your threats does not scare me. I may have only been here for less than a year, but there is a reason why I'm here. I guess we'll be finding that out soon, huh? But I hope that you do everything with consent. Aaron will just turn around and walk away.
As you go to turn around, Oakley backhands you across the face. You take a harm,
Yeah.
but
Can I use the same move twice?
hold tight 1 second. They backhand you, and the weight of their words starts to settle in on you. It is like it's like cold water over your system. It feels like getting hit with a tree branch, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been hit by a tree branches. Okay.
Yeah. Nobody understands what you're going through. Oakley's right. You feel like you have no one. Like, you constantly fight with these new friends of yours. They don't understand you. They don't try to understand you. And even when they do understand you, they walk all over you. And you fall into your darkest self.
As Erin gets backhanded, like she takes it all like in, she pauses and then turns to Oakley with like the coldest expression and say, "That's okay. I forgive you for that. After all, that's what dryads do, right? That's what monsters do. They just hurt people."
Ooh.
Can I use sympathy as my weapon?
Yes, but I'll also make you roll to shut down again.
Ooh.
Go on. Give me them rolls. 7. Okay. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry. I've got to check my notes. Gain a string on Oakley.
Oh.
And
okay.
and they're going to give you a condition as well. The condition will be lonely. And as you turn to walk away, Oakley returns back inside to Moss.
Erin is gonna look for a machete.
Gonna go find one in the
There's
woodshed.
there's probably one in the woodshed at like my foster's
Parents'
house.
Oh, absolutely. Very likely. Cool. Erin heads home. Casey.
Yeah, I'm here.
You okay?
I feel like I'm having an aneurysm. That was a lot. Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. So you are headed to the graveyard. Or are you not going there? What's your plan, darling?
Casey, graveyard first.
All right.
Casey's off to the cemetery. I imagine it's quite a walk. So
It's not the worst walk in the world, but it is a bit of a ways outside town.
Question.
Yes.
Geography wise. On a similar side of town to the trail that leads to the grove?
Yes, it's on the same road, but it's on the opposite side, and it's a little closer to town than the grove is.
Good. Noted.
So probably takes you about 15-20 minutes to walk there.
Cool. All right. I will head to the cemetery. And I'm going to go to my parents' graves. And I'm going to sit looking at the headstone. And I'm going to gaze into the abyss.
Cool. It's a nice little cemetery. It's well maintained. It's not actually that spooky. At night, it's a little bit spooky, but roll me your abyssal gaze.
Oh, this is going to be sad. Okay.
He's so sad.
My dark is not that great.
Well, it's better than negative.
True. That is a 5.
Womp womp.
Womp
You
womp.
get some XP.
Yay. That's honestly about what I expected, as I just sort of sit and I'm just... And I'm going to tell my parents everything that happened, and about Marcus, and I won't take too long. I'm going to keep checking my phone just to like see if there's anything happening in the group chat, and once there's been a long enough of silence that I just sort of accept, okay, everyone's cooling off for the night, everyone's done for the night, I think I can get away with something without anyone needing me for a hot minute. I'm gonna head to the Grove.
All right.
I'm gonna step out of the cemetery and look towards town, turn my head and look towards where the Grove is. And because I didn't get any of the closure I was hoping I would, I head to the Grove.
Cool. It's not much further. Maybe another 10 minutes to walk. It's a bit of pain. It's kind of uphill a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're used to walking everywhere.
That I am at this point. That
Yeah.
I am.
The Grove is very quiet.
My friends are all fighting, and we're not talking to each other, and Oakley is in town with Moss.
Mm-hmm.
No one's gonna bother me, or chances are no one's gonna show up with like weed killer or whatever. So I'm gonna go to the tree, and initially I'm gonna just look around. I look around. Oakley, or are you still with Moss? And internally I'm hoping I'm alone.
You are alone.
Okay. Well, option 4, I guess. Plan 4. And I will raise my hand, place it against the trunk of the tree, and like I did with Miles's cutting, I'm going to try and tether myself to it so that if I die, it will hurt the tree.
Cool. You reach out, and for a moment it just feels like a tree. It's just a tree. And then the more you sort of concentrate, the more you sort of let yourself fall into that kind of attempted connection. You can feel the energy. You can feel that the tree is alive. And you can feel the way its roots stretch across so much more than just the actual grove itself. Like it definitely encompasses a large portion of this reserve. Its roots touch into the roots of other trees, and they are all fairly connected to each other. And for a moment, it's almost like it's making room for you to connect as well. And then it pushes you back. And it throws you away.
I'm a little too dead. Okay. Let's try a slightly different tactic. Flowers. How many flowers were there again?
There are. Just check my notes. I had a list of all my flowers. Sorry, give me one sec. There it is. I was like, I had a fucking list. 5 flowers.
It's like I thought it was 5, but somewhere in my notes.
Yeah.
So, and from what we've heard, theorized the flowers are quote unquote alive, and which implies that they have life, energy still at least slightly in them, which I don't. Because I am an empty hole. And this is going to take some... This is taking some theorizing on Casey's part and my part. I know... Okay, so I can't attach to the tree itself. It's the central nexus of this entire point. It's like... It is the central hub. Okay, that's fine. I could attach to the cutting, and it was feeding off of me. I would like to put my hand, like take one of the, I'm not going to like rip up the flower, like any of the flowers. I would like to take one of the flowers and I want to see if I can eat it, essentially.
Are you going to eat the flower?
Not physically, but I have an empty hole in me, and I currently have the hunger to feel alive. I need to feel alive, and because I'm dead, and Marcus keeps getting me killed, and apparently Marcus thinks it's their destiny to try and figure out how to kill me for good. So like,
so you're gonna try and suck the life force out of this flower.
I am 100% going to try and suck the life force out of the flower.
Cool.
I need, yeah. I'm hungering to feel alive, for life.
With the fact that you, in theory, know that there are souls in these flowers, I'm gonna get you to roll to lash out physically. So roll with volatile.
What's my volatile? -1. Banger. Statistically, not on my side, but we'll give it a shot.
I'll laugh if you ace this roll.
Oakley's gonna fucking kill me. That is a 7. I get -1,
7.
so it's a 7.
Yeah.
So it's still a success.
Okay.
I do inflict a harm.
Cool.
And I choose 1. So that they either learn something about my true nature and gain a string on me. I can just, or like, I can become my darkest self. But my darkest self is really fucked up.
Yes, it is.
Oh fuck. I kind of wanna, but like, or you can take the wheel. Fuck it, darkest self, baby. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second.
I'm feeding. I am eating.
All right, give me one sec.
Go ahead. I am full ghoulish devouring the life force from this thing. Full darkest self. Let's go.
Cool. You hold this flower, and which flower do you pick, by the way? Because there are 5 of them. So one of them is light brown with dark edges to the petals and dark stamen. One of them is blue with yellow gold stamen. One of them is like a hazily green-brown color.
They were for their eyes, weren't they?
Yes. One of them is split down the middle.
Well, I've got blue eyes, so I'm taking the blue one.
Easy. Cool.
I'm projecting onto a flower. It's normal.
Yeah, so you Do you like cup it in your hands, or you're like holding the
Oh,
stem?
I'm clenching it as if I was strangling it by the throat.
Cool. So you do. You wrap your hand. Initially, you just sort of like hold it, and then as you sort of feel that desperate need, that hunger, like the last time you remember this hunger was the first time you woke up. You remember that it's a primordial, deep, like hunger. It is like a part of every piece of you, and all you crave is to be alive, life, and you feel yourself. For a moment, it's almost like you get a pulse where you sense the exact shape of the flower and the roots that extend all the way down and wrap and see those roots wrapped around a skeleton. There's a skeleton beneath this flower. It's a little bit shorter than you, probably like a good head shorter than you actually. And it's curled as if peacefully sleeping. And you feel the flower panic. And that fear makes you feel alive. You feel that fear as if it was your own, and feeling that fear and knowing that you are afraid reminds you that you are alive and that you are here. And you watch that flower wilt in your hands, and slowly all of the petals drop off, the stamens disintegrate until you are holding a dead flower.
Oh God. I am so sorry. Looking around at the other four, but I'm so hungry. I will get out my phone, turn it on to Do Not Disturb and silent, toss it away, look at the 4 flowers, and internally, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And that's just where I'm at now, because I'm hungry.
Cool.
If for a brief moment, devouring that flower took my soul back to the moment before I died the first time, what'll 5 do? And once I'm done with the flowers, I'm gonna eat Oakley.
Fuck.
With my fucking teeth. Just to make sure.
Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? Cool. Yeah, every single flower you devour, you see the skeleton of the person that it once was beneath the flower, and you watch each flower die in your hands. Aaron, you are walking away from mosses. You are maybe a block down the street, and you hear the most blood-curdling scream you have ever heard in your entire life. It sounds like somebody being murdered.
Ooh, the moment Erin hears that, I hear that, I'll just turn around and then start humming the same haunting, weird song that Oakley has been singing this whole time, but in an upbeat way.
Perfect. You know what? I think we're gonna end it there. I think that's a really good spot to end it.
Oh man, I was gonna ask to do one thing as well.
Let's
What about Velvet and
go!
Blair?
What did you want to do?
Well, in Blair's eyes, she's just watched Marcus admit to letting Casey die over and over, and instead of accepting the reality of the situation and the evidence in the scientific way that has been presented to him to just ignore it, lie to himself, lie to Casey. So she wants to stop him from being able to lie. And it's up to you whether or not I narrate what happens. But if we're going to end it here, we can always just cliffhanger it. It won't take long.
No, it's not going to take long, so I'm down for it. All right, so Erin hears her blood-curdling scream and wanders off humming her tune. Now, Velvet and Blair, you are sat with the twins, who are and the twins are continuing to polish off that bottle. So that was pretty bad.
Yeah. It's only going to be a matter of time before this whole incel energy is going to explode. He's going to go full fucking psycho.
I don't think that's like incel energy. I think it's just like swimming in the river of denial.
You guys need to be careful of yourselves around him.
Well, not just him, his fucking mother. If she's like full blown into this.
Yeah, let's
And you know, what will she think of you being a witch?
I don't hurt people.
I don't think it matters to them, really.
Yeah, the way he was kind of describing it, like, it's kind of that, like, and eventually you will hurt somebody, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that is 100% the angle that was going at. You can't go from, you know, saying that, you know, you can see that you don't hurt someone. And as Blair is narrating this, she's going over to the bookshelves and just taking down a couple of jars and reading something, putting a jar back. She's gathering ingredients again. You can't just go around saying that you don't want to harm someone and you don't want to hunt someone while, you know, and then turn around and say that, you know, if you do go down this path, you'll have no choice. Everyone's got a choice. He's lying to himself.
Yeah.
I think he's scared.
He's lying to himself. It is plain and simple.
He's afraid to take control of his own life, so he's going to play that stupid game, like you said, lie to himself, until it comes to the point where he can't anymore. He's going to go, oh, well, I guess that's fate. I guess I can't escape destiny. And he's just going to use that goddamn excuse.
Now, I like Casey, and don't read into that any more than you need to, guys. Come on. I can already see it happening. Oh, like you weren't making goo-goo eyes the whole freaking evening. Anyway.
I never.
I feel like everyone in this group who is them presenting has like collectively decided to try and get a leg over Casey. Ballista says, and Layla like makes a weird, like grossed out kind of face.
I haven't done shit.
You just said it was gonna happen.
I know, I never did. I said I like Casey.
I would like to exclude myself from this, like, getting a leg over Casey, by the way, because
I'm not getting a leg over Casey.
I'm not getting a leg over anybody. No one is getting a leg over me. It's not happening.
Oh, then no one will. I'm just, I think if, he's lying to himself, I think I'm gonna do some science and, chemistry and physics or whatever he wants to justify it as, and I'm going to stop him from being able to lie.
Ooh, this is the kind of spooky algebra that I like.
I could definitely get more into science if this was science.
This is, you know, like what you guys do, just with, you know, less human sacrifice and cannibalism.
It's magic. Let's just call it what it is.
Oh, it is. She'll go over to the mortar and pestle and start doing her thing, and you're getting everything ready for the moment of, you know, because yeah, you don't get to admit that you've led a loved one to their death multiple times because you don't want to face the facts of the situation and get away with it, even if, you know, Casey forgives, and I gave little. I didn't do anything to Harper because Erin. I let Erin make this choice, but I'm not doing that again. I'm making the choice.
I feel like Casey kind of looked a lot more hurt than they let on there.
No, Casey definitely looks. I'm playing on messaging later. Well, whatever. Don't also read into this more than you have to. And she'll go over to one of the chairs that are in the area, take off the blanket that was on top, and it's a chest. Pulling a key from her just pocket from key, house keys, unlocks it. She reaches in and pulls out, if I can remember correctly, a pair of shoelaces.
Ah. We're coming full circle. Yes, it is a pair of shoelaces.
Oh, yeah, no, these are special lucky ones. They're not mine, of course, they're Marcus's.
Why do you have his shoelaces?
Because he shat me off one day, and I thought I could use these later. And wouldn't you know, it's later.
And you're a busy little magpie.
I've had a lot of time on my hands. She locks the chest again.
Wait. You don't have anything of mine in there, do you?
You really want to know? Being serious, you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well.
What the fuck?
You know, I trust you. Keep it. Don't even tell me what it is.
You do? I'm actually shocked. That's just taken me out of my whole groove of vendetta. Thank you, Velvet.
Thank you.
Puts the blanket back on, just really having to think for a moment. Is this a manipulation thing or is this genuine? She'll touch on this later. She'll take the shoelaces out, and using everything that she's got, she will cast the hex on Marcus for him to... It's called Ring of Lies.
Excellent. So once again, Velvet and the twins feel that oppressive force of magic kind of fill the space. It expands outwards from Blair, pushes against every surface and fills every available corner for a long moment, and then just stops. And Layla sort of looks around and says, it is look, Erin had a point, it is kind of very anticlimactic.
Need some more glitter?
I mean...
Needs some spooky lighting and some smoke or something.
And a voice from beyond the grave.
I will mark off a used token, a sympathetic token.
Is gone.
I mean, I can, wiggle my fingers some more and turn the lights on and off rapidly, but that's it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He won't lie. Well, he can, but it will hurt for him.
So you do actually have to roll for that one.
I do?
Yes.
Right.
It is a roll.
I did roll?
+2, because you're in your sanctuary and you have a token.
Oh, okay, so I can re-roll. So that's +4 altogether.
So yeah. So it'd be +4. So
it's even worse. I kind of wish I could have taken the original one.
Let's just say you had a 10, because
with the original,
the original roll would have made it a 10. Easy. Cool.
It'll hurt him if he lies. It will.
Does it count as lying if you're lying to yourself?
I like to think so.
Oh, so he's just going to be in agony.
If it gets worse, and if it gets bad enough, it can cause brain damage.
Wow, that's kind of brutal.
Well, I mean, he didn't think that I could do things, so I'm feeling kind of baneful.
What happens when Mummy Dearest finds out?
Then I will handle it. I would like to see her try. I would like to see her try and kill a 18-year-old.
Yeah, justify that to the cops.
I don't think they care. But there's other ways.
You're not gonna, don't eat her. Not unless something happens.
Hmm.
If you turn up dead, we'll eat her.
Thanks.
Hmm. Maybe we'll just eat her anyway.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but she's kind of old. Like, she's not that hot. Like,
You're gonna get crow's feet if you do that.
She's kind of hot, but she's not that hot. Like,
Oh, we don't have to eat it, but her being
Waste not
around is
whatnot.
going to be a problem.
It won't.
let's burn
Look,
that bridge when we come to it.
If Marcus can apologize, I'll drop it. I will remove it from him. Easy. I can do it like that. She clicks her fingers. But until he apologizes from the heart, genuinely, and I'll know if it's genuine or not, then it's gonna stay.
Hmm.
He's been rude to me this whole time. I don't know if you guys have heard his slights against me constantly back at the Grove, back when Casey died. Just
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna stand for it.
That's fair.
Can make his hair fall out as well.
I could. Maybe another time.
Let's see how this one goes first.
Exactly. Alright. I guess you can stay the night, but I would prefer if my mother didn't have more ammunition on me.
I can take us
Oh.
home.
Yeah. They don't want to be seen having friends.
Oh, yeah. No. More just explaining that I would have to do.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I'm not
Come on, Belle.
hiding you, Velvet.
Can't hide your
We can make it
sec-
Facebook official later.
You can say you can't hide your sordid love affair forever. Come on, Val, get in the car. Let's go.
Right.
And the twins will head out. They'll sort of wait in the middle of the yard for Velvet till she follows along.
Hey. Blair,
Mm.
draw a card for me like you used to.
Alright. Blair will grab the cards again, shuffle them legitimately for this time, not just like a flicking through the cards. Like it's an actual shuffle. Even on the same table that she's had other stuff on, flick the corners so it goes all in. And I can actually get a physical deck of cards. I just don't think they're going to be the most serious. For those who don't know, it's the meme tarot deck.
Amazing. I do actually have a tarot deck that I use to play when I play games. I've used it in a Monsterhearts game before.
She'll 1 or 2 or 3. What number are you feeling?
1.
The Chariot reversed. Which I don't have the meaning on the top, out of character. I don't have the meaning off the top of my head, so I'll just quickly do a cheeky golden tarot app lookup of the database.
Intermission.
The chariot is a green light to move. This is chariot reverse. The chariot is a
yeah.
green light to move ahead with key project and push past any obstacles that might impede your desired outcome. Reversed, however, the chariot tells you to back up the truck.
Lack
Whereas
of
a-
control.
Yes. You might bang your head against a brick wall trying to push the project forward when really you ought to back off and change direction.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. A distinct lack of control of a situation and the battle for said control to opposing forces, etc., etc. you're not in the driver's seat. You
No,
need
something
to
to think about.
step back and reassess. Apply the meaning to your life as you will.
No, that makes sense.
It's a for those who don't know the meme tarot deck, it's a guy on a Segway, the chariot. They're just stock photos, but they're great.
I love it. All right.
Well, speaking of, my chariot does await.
And you're not the driver. What do you know?
It's almost like it's magic.
Don't die.
I have a question.
Huh?
Has anything happened to the plants that were in the bag that would be nearby to Blair and Velvet?
Did we forget to burn them?
You haven't burned them yet.
We're gonna wait,
And
I think.
yeah, nothing has happened to them yet.
Loving that yet. Intriguing.
You're gonna
Okay.
break into my backyard and have a vegan arc?
The vegan
I'm
villain
gonna be
arc.
in here for a while, like cleaning up. Like I'm gonna hear you.
They're coming for your salad.
I'm like, damn, these raccoons trying to get into my trash again. I open the door and it's just Casey hunched over, just mouth full of like leaves.
If I can survive those
Casey.
if I can survive the granola bars, I can survive a bush. I can do it.
I'm sure Casey eats a lot of bush.
Oh, okay. No, I
Wait,
Nah,
wait.
motherfucker.
Wait a minute. Everyone who went to their darkest self, did they eat the granola bars?
No, only 2 of the 3 ate the granola
Oh,
bars.
well, there goes that theory.
Granola bars trigger your darkest
My
self.
mother is the actual antagonist.
Like, I've had a homemade granola bar, and yes, they do trigger your diet.
They
Just
trigger you to
disclaimer.
act like a fucking man lost in a desert. More water, more water. All right, let's wrap this shit up.
Drive safely, Velvet.
Always. Nighty night.
Good night.
Thank you all for joining us. We will return to Iluka Springs next week, so join us then. Thanks again to Izzy for our school logo and Mono Mercy for our character art. I'm Hollow, and I have been your mysterious ST. You can find me everywhere as @TheWildChild with an E on the end. Aaron?
Hi, my name is Erin. Oh no, my name is Rena.
We're too into it. We're too into the
Oh.
character.
Yeah, my name is Rena, and I've been playing Erin Fang, who may or may not be either a psycho or a hunter. We don't know, maybe both.
Marcus? Oh, sorry. Aaron. finish.
Yeah, you can find me at the Overlord on Twitter, and we've got some announcements to make for Red Center by Night for season 2.
Yay! Marcus?
Hey, I'm Lou, and I've been playing Marcus, the possible student official member of the Inquisition.
Velvet?
Hey, I'm Matt, and I've been playing Velvet. May or may not end up eating Marcus's mother, but you can find me at Blazing Lobster on the Twitter.
Casey?
Hi, I'm Kai, and I'm playing Casey, and I'm gonna eat all of her. I'm gonna eat everyone else. I'm gonna eat everybody.
Love it. And Blair.
I'm Sam. I've been playing the apparently gay Blair.
Suddenly gay.
She just didn't see a need to tell anyone. You can find me on most socials as Plague Maiden with an underscore. Yeah.
And
Give it a thumbs up.
we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.